be like this: looking forward for your kind permission. Such words you can write. Blank yours, thanking you, you can write, or but here it is yours, so you can write sincerely yours or faithfully yours. Then will come your name, here will come your name, after a space you can write your name. So this is how your letter is written, or it can be written, and you can have a very positive impression on your head of the department. Please pay attention. This is an instruction given for 7 marks in winter 2012 paper, GTU paper. This is the letter which has been asked in GTU paper. On behalf of Alpha Plus Polytechnic Mumbai, write a letter to Precision Equipment Suppliers Private Limited, Ahmedabad, placing an order for purchasing laboratory instruments. So you are supposed to write a letter on behalf of Alpha Plus Polytechnic, correct? And you are writing a letter to Precision Equipment Suppliers. So such instructions are given in the paper. This example I have used here so that you can get an idea that how to write a paper in examination. Now suppose this is your page. Now what will come first? Here it is given title, not a sender's name is not given. So we can start with the title. Title will come in the center, Alpha Plus Polytechnic Mumbai. This becomes the title. Then I have told you that if it is title, you can write the date on the right hand side like this, January 5, 2013, American style. Then Precision Equipment Supplier, this is the inside address, or you can say reader's address. Who will read the letter? Precision Equipment Suppliers Private Limited, Ahmedabad. This is the inside address. Then will come subject. So what is the subject? Placing an order for purchasing laboratory instruments. So in subject you can write order for purchasing laboratory instruments. This is the subject. Then will come salutation. For example, sir, we thank you for your catalog and price list which you sent us last week. You are writing this line because you are putting an order. So when you will put an order, if you are satisfied with the catalog, price list, etc., we find it quite reasonable, and therefore we are pleased to place our order for the laboratory instruments mentioned in our inquiry letter dated December 26, 2013. It means that here you are telling the Precision Equipment that you had written a letter on 26th December 2013 asking about the inquiry. Then Precision Equipment must have replied you. After reading that reply letter, you are writing an order letter and you are saying that you found the catalog and the price list quite reasonable, and therefore you are happy to place an order with them. So this is the letter structure and other things. Please send us the goods by January 10, 2013. In the second paragraph you are mentioning some important information. We herewith enclose a check of 60% of bill, CWO. So see, here came abbreviation or short form, CWO, that is cash with order. Please acknowledge the receipt. So in this letter what you are doing is you are mentioning that you are satisfied with the catalog, price list, etc. Then in the second paragraph you are saying that you are sending 60% of bill with this particular order. We expect your prompt and satisfactory reply for this last line. And then you are saying thank you, that is complimentary clause. This is signature. And then last is Alpha Plus. So here you are just writing the company name. This particular thing is the person's name. Here is a space between complimentary clause and the signature. This is the body of the letter. This is the subject. Fine. So everything is on its particular place, proper place, and this letter looks different and decent also. Second letter, it is also asked in summer 2013. Nirad Bhatt, this is the letter writer, electrical department, ABC Polytechnic, Ahmedabad, writes a request letter to his head of the department to sanction leave for a week. Draft a letter. So such instruction is given to you in your paper and you are supposed to write a letter. This is your letter. Who is writing a letter? Nirad Bhatt. So what will come first? The name. Nirad Bhatt will come first. Then will come enrollment number. Here is an hypothetical imaginative number. You can write your original enrollment number. But do not write your original enrollment number in examination. Do not disclose your confidential information. So you can write such hypothetical number in your exam also. Then you can write your department, electrical department, as it is given here on the instruction. Then you can write the date. Correct? If you do not find a date in the instruction, you can write the date. You can write the date of the exam, whatever the exam and the exam date is mentioned, you can write it. Please remember that when you write any letter, and if you write the inside address or the sender's address, correct? So in that address, do not mention the other confidential information which you should not mention in the letter. Then comes the head of the department. Then comes electrical department. This is the department, as we saw that here is an address, then line, then comes the inside address. Respected sir, I am Nirad Bhatt, the student of Sem 1. I herewith humbly request you to kindly grant me leave for a week, as I am to attend a family function. So in the first line, in the first paragraph, you are putting a request to your head of the department and you are saying that for how many days you want a leave and for why. Correct? For what reason? So the request letter is written with the humble language, because it is written by the student and it is written to the head of the department. So in terms of communication, it is called upward communication. Upward communication means when you write a letter to your upper authority, it is called upward communication. So in such upward communication, such language part is very important to be taken care of. Then I assure you to resume the college after leave days or vacation days as per the regular timetable. I will also collect the lecture notes of these days from my classmates. So this is a kind of a promise that you will not only rejoin or resume the college after the vacation, but you assure your head of the department that you will collect the lecture notes of these many days. So this will leave a very positive impression on your head of the department. After reading your letter reader should give you your expected response. This is the success of letter writer. This is the success of a writer who writes a letter. If you do not get your expected response, expected feedback, then there may be some error, or we can say some blank things in your letter which you could not present properly. So your language is a representative part which you have to be careful of. Again, last line you can say, looking forward for your kind permission. Faithfully yours, Nirad Bhatt. So this is a letter. Again you can here say that their signature will come. Correct? This letter. In examination, please be careful that your answer sheet is given to you and there is already margin, upward margin and side margin in your answer sheet. Do not then make extra margin. Some students they make blunders and they commit errors, what they do is that already regular margin is given, but in addition to this regular margin they add one more margin and then they start writing the letter. This is the mistake. Your examiner might deduct your marks and it will leave a negative impression. Do not do like this. Margin is already given and you have to follow that space and margin. So do not add extra margin. Therefore, in every slide I am showing you the margin and the outline also. This is the letter which is asked in summer 2014. Draft a letter to place an order for purchasing stationery items for your store. Now see, here it is not given any name of a company or a shop name. So how will we write? Let us see. Suppose this is a letter. So we are writing ABC bookstore. We are not mentioning original name of any company or shop. Hypothetical or imaginative name. ABC bookstore, XYZ complex, second floor, Rajkot. So this will become the sender's address. Fine. Then will come date. So here also 30th June 2014, British style. Then CDC stationeries. We are not mentioning the original name of any company or a shop, as I said. You should follow this. Do not mention or disclose the real or original name. This is address Kalupur, Ahmedabad. Then will come salutation. Salutation will start with Sir, we thank you for your catalog and price list. So please remember that in order letters certain lines they should come. When you are placing an order, it means that you are satisfied with the price list and the catalog. If you are satisfied, if you have decided that you will purchase the goods, then only you will write the order letter. Correct? Without being satisfied of the price list and catalog, you will not write the order letter. So catalog and price list which you sent us last week. Here I have written last week. You can mention date, but be careful. If you mention the date, you are supposed to keep in the mind that on which day you are writing the letter. You are writing the letter on 30th June and here you are talking about past. So if you want to mention the date, mention any date before 30th, not after 30th, 14th, 15th you cannot mention, because that day you got the price list and other things, catalog. We find the price and terms quite reasonable. We are pleased to place an order with you for the stationery items which we had mentioned in our inquiry letter to you dated 2nd June 2014. So see that here we are writing a letter on 30th June and we are saying that where the inquiry letter which we had written, it was on 2nd June 2014. So this is also a very important part of the letter. Then comes, please send us the goods latest by 20th June 2014. We herewith enclose our order along with a check of 90% of the bill, CWO, that is cash with order, as discussed. Please acknowledge the receipt. So you are mentioning whatever you are doing. You are sending the 90% of bill, so you are mentioning here. We look forward to having a prompt and satisfactory execution of our order. These are some very official and professional words here. Yours faithfully, N.K. Patel, ABC Bookstore. Since we have attached a copy of a check or whatever, you are mentioning here that you are attaching a copy of a check, so here you have to mention the enclosure. So order form and second is check. So this is how your letter of the order will come. So like this, when you write a letter, first you have to keep in the mind that what letter you are writing. either you are writing order letter, or you are writing reply letter, or you are writing inquiry letter, whatever the letter it is, accordingly you have to write the language, particularly the body of the letter. Correct? In the sense, if you are writing an order letter, few things are fixed. As I said in the last letter, that the first line, that we are satisfied with your price list and terms and condition, modes of payment, etc., and therefore we are pleased to place our order with you. So such things you have to keep in mind. If you are writing a request letter, then also you have to be very careful of your language. You have to be mild, courteous, you have to use proper salutation, respected sir or dear sir. We already saw in the salutation that if the gender of so and so letter reader is unknown, then we can use sir or madam, because we do not know whether the letter reader is male or female. We are completely unknown. We are just writing a letter to the company. So such little things, are very much important. They must be kept in mind and they must be taken care of. We should not be very careless and hasty when we write a letter. This particular slide shows you the bibliography. That means that this entire presentation I have prepared from the book Active English, which is written by Mr. Wasim Qureshi and Almas Junagadh. I have followed the GTU style, and accordingly I have given this lecture through BISEG, and I am very happy to be the part of this particular entire project taken up by GTU, and I am happy to be the part of this lecture series. I hope that this particular lecture would certainly have helped the students and the viewers, and I hope that in future, in time to come, when my students will see this particular lecture, they will get much help about writing the letters. I would advise the students to look at this particular lecture again and again, so that you can easily learn and you can know what the letter is about. Particularly, as I mentioned in the beginning of my lecture, the essential parts of the letter that you should not forget. Ways of writing dates and address, both the things are in American and British style. Do not get confused. And a good letter is not only written but it is rewritten. So before attempting or facing an exam, I would advise my students to look at the practice and the exercise given in the Active English. Also follow the last